Good morning and hello there. You are listening to the Zillo Boyz Podcast. I am Jacob Sizemore. To my right is Ernesto Gonzalez.
To his right, Ernesto Gonzalez, and to my right, as always, is my man Tim Morrell.
Hello there.
Hello there, Tim. Hello, Jacob.
Hello, Ernesto. This week we will be talking Godzilla vs. King Kong, new trailer release, WandaVision, and many more. Let's start off on Godzilla vs. King Kong. We all just watched the trailer. Let's get some initial thoughts, reactions, etc.
I guess I'll go to kick it off. And
go for it, man.
Kick it off by saying, like, oh my God. That is amazing. That is some good cinema there, man. I cannot wait to see this movie. I don't know the story's about, but King Kong just knocking Godzilla out with that UFC punch on that battle carrier or whatever it is. Sold, baby. So I have HBO Max, but I think I'm gonna go see this in the theater. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, I've been waiting for this since I saw the second Godzilla, and they walk in at the end and they say he's not the only monster out there, and then you see the thing of Godzilla. So I've been waiting for this. Again, I'm kind of split of who I want to win.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, I kind of lean towards King Kong. Probably because you get a little more personal with him with his movie, but seeing him interact with the humans, and you can see he's got kind of like a certain
soft
side like that. But then Godzilla's like the protector, though. So I don't know. I don't know where I land on that though, but it looks really good.
What do you think, Jacob?
I'm a Godzilla fan till the end of time. King of Monsters, love that man to death. I've never been a King Kong fan ever. I've seen the Peter Jackson movie. I've seen the older movies. I just have never been a fan. I will always be rooting for Godzilla.
Okay.
So what part of the trailer did you like that you saw that Godzilla did that was kind of cool? Cause
specifically when King Kong was taunting him under the water and Godzilla took that personally and just spouted up and punched him right in the face. That was beautiful.
That was pretty sick. What was your favorite part, Tim?
When King Kong clocks Godzilla.
Oh, man. And they got, I don't know the rap music they have, but it starts getting you hyped like, oh,
yeah, it's like,
yeah.
But
I don't know what he's holding.
As long as I don't play that rap music in the movies during that part, but that's
know.
okay. But that's just my opinion. But.
It just gets me hyped, man. I think it goes with
It's definitely a hype train, but if I hear that some music playing in the movie, I don't know.
I hope it's not some boring score though, where it's like, just real soft and gentle. I want some. It's like it's like a big bout, man. This is the fight, dude. It's like Batman v Superman. People want to see this. It needs It needs to have good music.
Maybe as I'm just old now. I don't want to hear rap music during that.
I guess not rap
unless
music,
it's real old school.
But hip hop, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm young and I still don't like it, so I'm with you, Tim.
There you go. Yeah, but
well, then maybe some metal. Then maybe no. You want some
make it orchestral. Make it Hans Zimmer like.
No.
Godzilla fighting King Kong. Yeah, here we go.
Who won the older version? Because there was a movie before that.
I don't think there was. Older
I asked. Okay, so I asked my stepson. Because he was all into it when he was a kid. I said, I never knew, and I said, who wins? And he says it depends on which version you're watching. If you're watching the American version, King Kong wins. If you're watching the Japanese version, Godzilla wins.
Oh wow!
Huh.
So it depends on who made it.
I don't know who's going to win this one.
So I don't know about this one, but. Again, one of you brought up the big thing. Is that really Godzilla or is that Mecha Godzilla? Because
specifically, we're talking about the very beginning of the trailer when there's destruction happening.
No, they're talking about the rumor is that he might be in this movie.
Oh, well, excuse me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think they're going to do a Batman versus Superman where they fight, then they join up.
Yeah, I think it's coming that way too.
See, personally, I don't like that. I would like, if you're advertising a fight between two people, like Batman v Superman or Godzilla versus King Kong, that should be the ending fight. I know you're rolling your eyes and you know they're going to come together at the end, but I want them to fight at the end. I want that to be the resolution.
But that would be so good,
I'm not saying it wouldn't be.
That would be so good, them together.
But you got to understand, man, Batman v Superman, Batman does beat Superman. He's done, dude.
No, that's because he had kryptonite. We can argue this. Batman could have...
That's the only...
Superman...
Of course he's going to have kryptonite. What else is he going to have?
But man? Superman, if he wanted to, could have ran up to Batman at the very beginning of the fight and ripped his head off.
That is true.
He was trying to get him to reason.
But he was stupid, and Batman
by throwing him through a wall.
No.
Here, listen to me. Let me throw you through a building first.
Yeah. No, I don't know. We can argue this for days.
We've gotten off topic.
Okay, so let's get back on topic. So Godzilla versus King Kong. Take out Mechagodzilla. Who do you want to see win? Who you going for?
We're back to Godzilla, King Kong.
Yeah. Who
do I want to
win?
win? Oh, Godzilla.
Okay, Tim.
I like them both, but I'm gonna go with King Kong.
Yeah, I like them both, but I mean, I'm gonna go with Kong, dude.
What if you have Godzilla, Mechagodzilla versus King? No, I'm sorry. You have King Kong and Mechagodzilla versus Godzilla, and then Mothra shows up to help.
They'll kill her.
Didn't Mothra die in the second one?
Did she?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh,
He
well,
died.
never
Sacrificed
mind.
herself
Forget what
away.
I'm saying. Then.
Second
Forget
one.
it, I don't know. Or Rodan.
Rodan was also in the second
Or
one.
how about Godzilla
I don't know what happened to him.
versus King Kong and the Dragon Zord?
Oh.
What do you think of that one?
I'm not familiar with what you're talking about.
I don't know.
The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Green Ranger.
Is that the guy
that
that
thing.
on Ready Player One he becomes when he's fighting?
No, that's Gundam. That's a totally different.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
These are
Okay.
two different. It could have also been like remember the old Transformers series and the Devastator guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
The
completely
Constructicon-
unrelated.
The Constructicons.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated, but that's what came to my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep rolling. Next subject. What's the next subject about?
Okay, so next subject, Chris, is kind of a sad topic, but it kind of makes sense in the grand scheme of things. Christopher Nolan may not be working at Warner Bros. Anymore. Thoughts?
Well, from what I see, the reason why is because he's really upset about that they're releasing a lot of stuff on HBO Go.
Yeah.
Or HBO Max instead of the theaters or at the same time. And I guess they didn't ask his, not necessarily permission, but like what he thought, and so he's real frustrated with that.
Yeah.
So I think he goes. But I will say this, if he does leave, come on, Lucasfilm, you guys got to pick him up.
No,
Disney needs to pick him up.
no, he's a diva, man.
No,
Christopher Nolan?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he would come in and he wouldn't make it fun.
Who cares about making it fun? I want to
I
see
think they
a
have
good
a
movie.
nice vibe going, and like they're getting all that bad energy out. And right now it's good, and the future is. Nah, don't bring in some negative vibes.
Do you
man.
agree with Christopher Nolan in that movies should solely be on the theaters?
No, I do. Well, I do, but look at where we're at, man. It's COVID-19, dude. I'm upset he doesn't care about people being safe.
Yeah.
Like, does he want people to go out? I mean, and hurt themselves or get infected just to watch a movie? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the director. He's already got his money. So
Yeah.
what's he tripping about? What do you think, Tim?
Well, as the guy who is kind of a conspiracy guy, my view of COVID is a little different. But I say open the movie theaters, but you can, completely, but take precaution. And I say, I don't see some of the movies they're putting on both. So, but I can understand him being mad, actually, to be honest with you. Most people want to see. There's a difference between seeing sometimes a movie on big screen and then when you see it at home.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I've seen Empire Strikes Back 1,000,000 times at home. But if you tell me you got tickets at a movie theater or the IMAX to see Empire Strikes Back,
yeah.
I will say, yes, let's go right now, or Revenge of the Sith or something. So there's a difference there. It depends, But I just look at his resume, and just what he could do with.
But also, they have the option though. It's not like Warner Brothers say we're not going to show you a movie in theaters. They're just showing we're going to give people the option so they can feel safe, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It makes sense. And Christopher Nolan himself is a dime a dozen. Like, he is the marketing tool for their films. When people see a Christopher Nolan film, that's the marketing strategy. Like, he's making a new movie. You can't go to up to any other director and do that. Maybe you can do that with Steven Spielberg or Martin Scorsese, but most directors and most people see their name and like, I don't really care. But if Christopher Nolan's making a movie, I'll be in that theater.
What studio would you like him to go to? You said Lucasfilm, right?
I think Lucasfilm would be really fun. I don't know if he fits that, though. I don't know if he fits Star Wars.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I read an article a while back, actually not too long ago, that they interviewed him a long time ago talking about how he started. And he says that when he saw Star Wars as a kid a bunch of times over and over again, that made him want to do like space movies. And that's why he did that one with Matthew McConaughey. What's it called?
Interstellar.
Interstellar. And so he is a huge Star Wars fan growing up.
Yeah.
Now, again, a lot of people, everyone claims to be in the movie industry a Star Wars fan. So we don't know, but
Yeah.
In that defense, I honestly think like Star Wars is one of the most pivotal, like not pivotal, but one of the biggest influential movies on cinema ever. So these people that are directors now, they grew up when it was coming out. So I kind of believe in it at some point,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they not be like goo like I am, but to a certain extent,
Definitely.
But I just want, if anyone does do Star Wars, just stay true to Star Wars. I don't mind if you put your own little spin on it, but make sure you understand the lore. I mean, there's people out there who watch the movies and say, oh yeah, I know who Luke is, this and that. But then there's people like us who understand what the lore is, and we can get into The Last Jedi. Again, there's things The Last Jedi I loved, but
Let's not go there.
okay, we won't
We will go there. We'll go there later.
We won't
We'll
go
go there
there,
later.
but obviously his, spin on certain things, I don't feel fit the lore. Was it a good standalone movie? Yeah, I thought it was pretty well directed, but again, he didn't stick with the lore. I know we can go.
I know. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you
Whatever.
a question. Did you like his last movie, Tenet? I didn't like it. I was not a fan.
Of
Tenet, his last
I didn't
movie?
see it.
Did you like it, Jacob? I didn't like it.
I respected it.
Yeah?
Like all those fight scenes, especially that ending war scene, like on a technical level, I have no idea how he even managed to do all that. That's amazing. On a story level, I have no idea what was going on.
You saw this scene, you thought it was amazing. That's what I was like, this is garbage, man. Like, what is this guy thinking, man?
And I mean this in the most respect to Christopher Nolan. It turned into a Michael Bay film at the end.
See, like, I don't want to go into a Star Wars film where I have to think so much, man. Like, it's gonna hurt my brain to watch Star Wars, man. Star Wars for me is supposed to be
Jeez.
enjoyable, you
You
know.
sound like one of
tool.
like one of these teenage kids who can't pay attention for more than 5 minutes.
Look, it is different. Christopher
No,
Nolan
I
makes
know.
movies that make you think, and Star
I know.
Wars is fun.
Christopher Nolan, though, I didn't know this. He, I believe, wrote The Prestige, which is such a good movie.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Him and his brother worked on most of his movies, and they wrote most of his movies together.
Yeah. So he's just so good. And then, of course, what can really top The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
I mean,
Do y'all like a lot of people don't like The Dark Knight. I love The Dark Knight Rises. Who doesn't like The Dark Knight Rises? Do one of you don't like? Oh no, you don't like Bane.
I like The Dark Knight Rises. I just don't like Bane, man. I don't like Bane. If Bane was like Javier Bardem or some other or Batista or something, I'd be all about it, man. But I still like Bane. man.
not Batista. I liked
Someone
Bane.
that could act. I don't know. But
I like Bane. There's just
Hey,
some problems.
Tom
with it.
Hardy's great, man.
I'm sorry, like I told you, we won't get to that bag of cats, but that's a whole nother conversation.
I liked Bane. I liked The Dark Knight Rises. A little bit unbelievable is that, you break your back, all you have to do is do push-ups in a jail cell, and you're cool, and then you can jump real high,
It's
and
a
get
proven
out.
technique.
Like I loved Inception. I thought Inception.
And then
was,
it's like, how did he get back into the city when the things are blown up? But
He's
but
Batman.
he's Batman. That's true. I liked it. I thought they should have taken that and put that into the Man of Steel and kind of bridged it. I think that would have been better. But or even if you wanted to put Robin in there, but
Yeah.
But oh well.
I
like Batman Begins. I don't know. I thought
I'm
that was great.
thinking of his other movies like Inception,
Yeah.
Memento.
Oh man, Inception was above and
Prestige.
beyond.
I mean, the dude's got talent, bro. I'm not saying he doesn't have talent, but
He's
I'm just
great. I mean,
I don't know.
he's allowed to have one fluke.
yeah, man. I mean,
He hasn't made a lot of bad movies.
well, I
He's
didn't-
barely
I
made a
didn't
bad
like
movie.
Dunkirk either.
You didn't like Dunkirk?
I didn't like Dunkirk.
Are you
I never
joking?
saw that.
Yeah, I didn't like it,
man,
man.
that's
Okay,
so good.
Let me ask you: was The Dark Knight Rises kind of because Heath Ledger died, and it probably was original plan to bring Joker back with Bane, because that probably would have made a big difference if he didn't die.
No, dude, I like the movie. I like the tech. I mean, I understand the world he's trying to build. I have respect. But I just didn't like Bane, dude.
Okay.
Because like I was telling Jacob, like I'm a Latino man, and Bane is one of the few Latino bad guys in comic book lore that we have. He breaks Batman's back in the comic and sends him packing, dude. And I just want to see one of our, it's 2020. It's the new millennium. I want to see a Latino play a Latino character. That's just me, especially one that dope. I don't want to see. I love Tom Hardy to death, but I just want to see,
Yeah.
I want to see a Latino play. That's all, man. Like Javier Bardem, I thought he would have tore that up, man. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge comic book fan, so I did not know that Bane was Latino. But
Yeah. Well, I also I grew up watching the Batman the animated series.
so is he a luchador with his?
Basically, yeah.
I was
He
just
is.
joking.
He's a
That's
luchador.
exactly what
He's
it
a
was.
luchador.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was just joking
He's
around.
he's an assassin. he's a cartel assassin that
Oh,
the
okay.
mob brings up and pays him off to hunt Batman and kill Batman. And he ends up he breaks his back and he thinks he kills him.
Can he beat Ramses?
I don't know, man. That's pretty hard, Rand.
Yeah.
He probably could beat Ramses, but Nacho would whoop him.
Well,
dog.
that's true.
I
With
like
the egg.
even if you didn't like Tom Hardy's Bane, you have to admit the line where he catches Batman's fists and looks at him like, victory has defeated you. Like that. That is such a cool line. Oh, get out of my face!
I like the line where he says, I was born in the dark.
Oh, I was born in the dark.
I like the part he goes, I paid you. He's like, and that gives you power over me? I like that. That part was sick, dude. Like, uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the next topic.
All right. Next topic is Willy Wonka reboot. Not reboot, a prequel.
A Willy Wonka prequel. You want to take this one, Tim?
Yeah.
I guess.
No.
Willingly.
Stop with Willy Wonka. Okay, there's only one Willy Wonka, and it's Gene Wilder. There's no need to do a prequel, sequel, middle, whatever it is. Just leave it alone, because the one with Johnny Depp and Tim Burton was horrible. I'm sorry. There was no character development. It was flat, the whole thing. I did not feel anything, and it was just terrible. I'm sorry.
But you're forgetting the really creepy, really weird Oompa Loompa dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and even the song was horrible.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like the songs in that. I don't like the movie, but I kind of like the songs.
Wasn't it? What's his name? Newhart? Wasn't it Bob Newhart?
I don't remember his name.
Or
maybe.
Or look like him. I don't know.
Probably.
But
one of those.
I'm sorry. It's just leave it alone. I'm not even call it Willy Wonka. Anything that comes out from now on is called Wonka's Willy when I call it. Okay? Because it does not deserve the title of Willy Wonka.
Wonka's Willy.
So it could be Wonka's Willy.
Wonka's Willy in the chocolate factory.
No, you had to take it too far. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, man.
This is a kid's show.
We were discussing this the other day, and I was like, at first, I think the Tim Burton one was pretty bad. It was, I don't know. I like the first one because it was a musical. You know what I'm saying? It was really musical. It had like music in it, and they took that away from that. I think if they bring someone in and take it back to that, like I was saying, I think like Charlie Day would be a badass like Willy Wonka dude, because he can sing, he can compose music, and maybe have like Peter Dinklage be like the head Oompa Loompa, or him play all the Oompa Loompas. That would be even cooler. Like the other guy played all the Oompa Loompas. Maybe have him play, because he could sing too, because he sung in like animated movies. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it was. I liked it because of the music, man. I think if they brought the music back and not make it look retro, but like, because they can make it look like it did back in the day. It takes a good production team to do that, but they can come up with that.
Do you think they'll go dark and show really Willy Wonka like saving the Oompa Loompas? Like, do you think he was telling the truth when he says, "I saved the Oompa Loompas from a horrible land"?
That's got to be some kind of Tim Burton add-on.
Oh, okay.
There's no way.
No. That's in the original.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka says that in Wonka Land or whatever he says. He says that they were.
Loompa Land,
oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
He
That's
says
in the original?
that.
Yeah, with Gene Wilder. Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay.
So what if? But was Willy Wonka just being Willy Wonka and joking around? Or
well, if it's a
dumb?
prequel, maybe they will show that. And
Yeah.
I don't really want them to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think there's things that you need to see in these movies. I think Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory is just something you just can't touch. If you show a prequel to that, it's just kind of taking away some of the magic. It's with most prequels that are released. Only like
because
a rare
wasn't his
few are
father
good.
abusive? Like I didn't want to see him
Maybe.
getting beat. Like, I caught you eating candy again. No, Daddy.
And that's Count Dooku too.
Yeah, that's
like,
Count Dooku.
But you know what? It
The best
turned
guy.
out at the end though. He did realize his father loved him. He just didn't want to. But you know what though? If you were going to make a sequel, then they should have did it with Gene Wilder and the Great Glass Elevator.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were going to do it, they should have been back then, a couple of years after, and brought him back. And if you're going to do it, but you can't.
Wasted time.
Maybe that's just one of those roles that cannot be copied, man. It just has to leave. You have to leave it alone, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's not even barely in any production from what I read online, so maybe they'll change their mind.
Maybe it's just some guy at some big studio at the water cooler trying to make himself look big. Like, hey man, I was just in a meeting and we're talking about this, and then
Prequel to Willy
and
Wonka.
this guy heard about it, and this guy leaked it to this guy. So
At the very least, it's going to get people angry because I don't think there's been a positive response to this.
yeah, I don't think so either.
I mean, who really unless you grew up with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, are you really going to care about a prequel for Willy Wonka?
And I'd rather stay at home and watch it. I'm not going to pay to watch it in theater.
No.
That's not a theater worthwhile movie. It's okay. Anyway, let's go to the next topic. Patty Jenkins directing Rogue Squadron, and we can do a different topic about this once we talk about this. But Rogue Squadron first. Thoughts?
This is funny because when I first heard the announcement of Rogue Squadron, before they announced it, everybody thought this was going to be an Old Republic type movie.
Yeah.
So I was excited, like, okay, cool. I heard Rogue Squadron with Patty Jenkins. I says, you got to be freaking kidding me. This is basically Rogue One We've already gotten something like that. This is just ridiculous. Like you are like, really, do you learn your lesson, Lucasfilm, like Kathleen Kennedy? Do you learn your lesson on that? Like, and again, I'm not bashing. I think Kathleen Kennedy's done some good stuff. I don't agree with a lot of her stuff, but she's done some good stuff. And I loved Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was probably the best one of the ones that came out as far as story and movie made. So I was not on board, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Then I saw her promo for it, where she's on the rollerblades and talking about her dad was an Air Force, and then it got me hyped. And then I started thinking, well, Rogue One is Luke, it's Wedge, it's Pork. Bring back Porkins, please bring back bring back Porkins.
Let's make that official now. Bring back Porkins.
Yeah, even if Force Ghost Porkins.
Please, Force Ghost Porkins.
So I was excited about that. Then I got unexcited when Wonder Woman 84.
Let's save that for a second. Let's talk about Rogue
Right now,
Squadron.
I am excited, though. I'll be honest with you. Okay. I will say that I am having optimism.
I would say the same thing. Like I like Patty Jenkins' movies. I thought pretty good. And then I saw that promo, and I was like, "Oh man, she's gonna try and like it's like an emotional thing for her to do this movie, man." And the people online, they're talking about, what if we see this plane? What if we see that? I really want to see the ghost come to life, man, on screen. And I think that would be so dope. And I mean, it'd be fan service like a mug, but
who cares? Give us fan service.
You know how many people go crazy? They saw the ghost and Hera, come on screen and Chopper, dude. That'd be sick, man.
And I believe that she did say that this is in the future.
Yeah.
That this is past 7, 8, and 9. I believe so. And I think, which is good. Good. But I agree with you. If we saw the ghost and stuff like that, that would be fantastic. I think it's going to be like a Top Gun type.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It ain't going to be like Rogue. It's going to be like Rogue One, but it's going to be like maybe like a Top Gun kind of thing where you're in the cockpit and you're watching like them mow them down and see them on the computers and the targeting, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what worlds we'll see? Maybe we'll see like some new planes too, some new vehicles, like the U-wing or some other new wing or something.
I want to see the Elemental P wing. That would be great.
Elemental P wing. The XYZ wing.
No, I'm good if we don't see any more wings, but the other one we have. But yeah, if they can make something cool. But yeah, I'm overall excited.
Do we know?
Would that be my first choice? No,
Do we know the time period that Rogue Squadron takes place in?
They said, from what I understand, it's going to be in the future, past 7, 8, and 9, I think.
Oh, past 7, 8, 9.
I believe, from what I read. I thought originally it was before or something, but I believe that what I read and saw that it is going to be in the future, they said. Gotcha. Which is good, actually, and I think they're doing it on purpose. But come on. If you had Rogue Squadron, or you can get a Bane or Revan trilogy, come on. Jeez Louise,
Do they even have the balls to do Revan at this point?
So what do you think about it, Jacob? You want to see this Patty Jenkins Star Wars movie?
Patty Jenkins is a great director. I don't think that's a debatable thing. I think, again, we'll get into the topic of Wonder Woman 1984 in just a minute, but I think from that movie goes, she's not as great as a writer as she is a director. Now, I don't know if she's writing Rogue Squadron. I don't think that is
She's
the
getting
case.
help.
She's getting help, okay.
And there's a mystery partner. And I was reading articles, and she's like, I want him to have his own introduction. And
That's weird.
And so some are saying, I forget who it is, but I read a couple articles that some are thinking that it's Rian Johnson.
Ooh.
I was thinking Kevin Feige, but that's more nefarious.
No, it's not Kevin Feige. It's the guy who... I can't remember off the top of my head. Some are speculating. But there is a little rumor, take it with a grain of salt. Because I think fans would go nuts. I actually wouldn't mind Rian Johnson because he's a great writer, but Rian Johnson needs boundaries.
I don't know. I think I like Rian Johnson's directing because if you look at The Last Jedi, that is a beautifully directed movie. The shots are beautiful, the acting's great, but I think the biggest problem that people had in that movie was his writing. So I don't know about that.
He did, but he didn't have boundaries. What I mean by that is that it's not. I blame it on. Bob Iger and them, because Bob Iger says that he got the script the day of the premiere for The Force Awakens for episode 8, and he got it. He approved it. J.J. Abrams says, I read episode 8, and man, it's so good. I'm a little jealous. I wish I was directing it.
He did say that.
So you can't hire somebody to come in and build a house for you, and then they show you the plans in the picture, and then you give it okay, and then your friends come over after the house is built, and they go, I don't like this is ugly, and then you turn around and blame the architect. No, you gave the okay. So it's their fault. Now, Rian Johnson,
I think they're gonna keep this quiet and on the hush as much as they can, because once fans know that Rian Johnson's writing this movie, they're like,
Oh my!
I don't know about watching this.
Take it with a grain of salt, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think, but I think he's a great actor. You watch Knives Out. Knives Out is so good.
Did you say great actor?
I mean, great writer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did say actor.
No, yeah, he did write Knives
and
Out.
Looper
and
is great.
movie.
Brick is supposed to be good. I haven't seen it, but
Brick is really good.
I like to see like what actors they get to come in, and once we get the stuff going, the story.
We have no. We have no characters confirmed.
Yeah,
for
no
that.
characters, no synopsis. It's just gonna be like a dogfighter movie. That's all it's gonna be.
Okay.
So we still got time to figure out what's going on with that movie.
Yeah.
Cool.
so I can't wait. Bring up the next thing.
All right,
Next
so
subject.
let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of things. I know it came out a long time ago, and this podcast is coming out on January 24th, but we're gonna go ahead and review Wonder Woman 1984. What are y'all's thoughts, Ernesto? Why don't you go first?
Man, that just sounded negative off the bat, didn't it?
I did.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of liked it, and I kind of didn't. I honestly felt that it was a little bit too long and just not enough action, man. Like, that's what I thought, man. I mean, I still think Wonder Woman she's got plenty of heart. She's the heart of the DCEU, whatever it's called. She's the
cornerstone.
warmthness, man, of that league, of that group, And you can still feel that, man, when she's on the screen, man. She's Wonder Woman, dude, and she dominates every scene she's in. But she just didn't have enough action for me, man. And I knew they were gonna waste Cheetah, man. When I seen her in the preview on the trailer and she looked bad from Jump Street, I was like, they're gonna waste Cheetah, and they did. They wasted her, man.
When she came in, I thought it was gonna be like a Cats prequel. It looked so awful. Tim, why don't you say a few things?
Okay, so when it first came out, I didn't see it, and I wanted to see it. Although I heard rumors, and I'm not going to get into political stuff, but I heard rumors that certain people that I like on YouTube that review things, they were saying that they didn't like it, that it was just political stuff, shoved in it, and regardless of what side you landed on, it was just that. And me personally, when I get entertained, I don't want to see political side on anything, on either side, whatever side it is. I want to get entertained. So I finally got myself to see it, and I'll be honest with you, I liked it. I did.
Really?
I did. At first, I was just waiting. And this is going to be weird, but remember, I'm easily entertained. I love the Star Wars prequels, even when they came out. So, I take it with... But I actually liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a bit too long. It's about 2 hours and a half or something. I thought they could have scaled that down. I'm a big Kristen Wiig fan.
Yeah.
So when she acts goofy and she's not Cheetah and does that, I like that because I just love SNL with her in it. I love Bridesmaids and the stuff she's in.
Dude, she was looking hot in that movie, dude. I ain't lie. She was looking sexy, bro.
And I even I know a lot of people don't like it. I even like the Ghostbusters movie that she's in. I didn't think it was that bad.
Okay, stop right there. Continue with this movie before we get into weird territory.
Okay. But my point is that I thought it was interesting. I thought the writing was not super great, but I thought it was good. Pedro Pascal, he's fun. I don't, I know what they're going for on that, but I didn't think it was too bad. But I did like it. I would say, and again, spoiler alert if anyone who hasn't seen it, but you've had a chance to see it, so sorry. I called you, Jacob, before I saw the ending, and I says, it's not bad, man. I'm liking this. You said, wait till the ending. And then I'm waiting for this crappy ending, and I see the kids say, Daddy, I wish you to be here. And I go, okay, that's how it's going to be. He's going to disappear and end up next to his son and say, why am I here? Why did you do that? But they didn't. And as a dad who's made a lot of mistakes in my past, and he's sitting there, and he chooses his kid over power and all that, the love for that. Because unless you have a kid, you don't know. And you have a daughter like me. And when he's sitting there telling his kid, I'm not a good person. Yeah. And then when the kid says, you know what, Dad, you don't have to make me proud. I love you. You're my dad. That part
teared me up.
I was teared up.
I was emotional.
Yeah. And so I felt that because I felt that was real. Yeah. Because I would say that when it comes to your kids, my daughter and stuff, that there's not a lot that I wouldn't do for her or give up for her. There's nothing. You know what I mean? And so I would say that part really hit me. So I overall liked it, and then so what the thing is that I got concerned with Patty Jenkins hearing that it was a crap show, and so I'm like, oh crap, she's gonna ruin Rogue Squadron, and then people were like that, and then people were worried. Then when I saw it, I'm like, okay, she's getting help with it too, and she's a great director.
She is,
and you don't have to really be super great with Star Wars, as far as deep, but just tie it in, But so actually, I thought Wonder Woman was pretty decent.
What do you think, Jeff?
I love the Linda Carter thing at the end.
The
though.
end. Oh,
That's who I grew up with as Wonder Woman. So who is that though?
That's the original Wonder Woman. Oh, she's
who was she
woman
playing?
Who had the armor originally?
Oh, is that what it is?
She's the person they're telling the story about, that warrior from the past.
That's what I thought.
That's her.
Oh, I thought they were just doing a random Wonder Woman cameo.
No, she's the one. She's the one who had the armor that Wonder Woman has.
Oh, that's really cool.
When she tells that story.
And how does she not age? Seriously, how does Linda Carter not age?
Aged
Oh, you mean
so
like in real
well.
life or in the movie?
Yeah.
No, in real life.
In real life.
She's done real good for herself.
Maybe she just has a really good
still gorgeous.
facial regimen, dude.
Maybe.
Some women just
Who
don't
knows?
age. Because Salma Hayek don't age either, bro. She's
No.
like 50 something. She's still.
But Linda Carter's up there though,
Yeah.
like
She
late
is.
60s.
But again, looks great.
Yeah.
Great.
Good job.
So I'd give it like a 7. What are you giving?
Yeah, 7.5. I mean, I don't think it's.
I give it a 5.
Wow.
I want to be clear. I actually liked the movie more than most. I didn't like it as much as you, Tim. Like, I respect how much you like. I actually prefer people to like it because I really liked the first one. It was a really great movie, but it just didn't hold up for me. I really didn't like Cheetah in it. And what's her name again? I forgot
Kristen
her name.
Wiig.
Kristen Wiig. She's a great actress and other things. Bridesmaid, she's great in. I didn't like her at all in this. I think the whole trope of a really nerdy person trying to idolizing this hero and then turning into a villain is just overused at this point. They did it with Venom in Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3. They did it with in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. They did it with Electro, and I just hate that trope. It's just stupid.
Do you think it would have worked well if they didn't try to combine two bad guys, like Pedro Pascal's person and Cheetah, like because they had to split it?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right,
and I get
right,
why
right.
they tied it, but
They kind of needed
Honestly,
Cheetah to be like the final boss.
The
because
muscle.
Pedro-
She was the muscle, and Pedro was the brains. Is basically what it was. Yeah. But honestly, I don't think that she was that same character because she wasn't all about Wonder Woman. She was just like lonely, man. She's just looking for a friend.
She was lonely, but she did idolize Diana.
That's true.
And she did want to be more like her.
That's true.
And-
She made the wish like that.
Yeah. And again, Kristen Wiig's a great actress, but I just didn't like her in this movie. I will say I really liked Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, he's coming on, dude.
well, he's great.
He's had a great year. Like even Wonder Woman's not the greatest movie.
I couldn't believe he was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
He's in Buffy?
He's in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No kidding.
An episode or a returning person?
I think it's a couple episodes. Maybe
Really?
Yeah, they showed a picture of him on screen. Right, I was like, oh my
Wow.
god,
I didn't even know
his
that.
hair was like dyed blonde and stuff, so he looked like a white guy. It's funny. Okay, my bad. Next topic.
No,
Let's
you're
go.
good. Okay, so we got Ray with Wonder Woman 1984. Let's go ahead and get to the review of WandaVision episodes 1, 2, and 3. Tim, I want to get your opinion first because you were not as fond as the first 2 episodes.
No. And I'll be honest with you, I was bored. Okay, the first episode, I'm pausing it, seeing how much longer do I have to watch this, and I'm saying, thank goodness it's 30 minutes. And it would just dragged. I get it. They were trying to do an I Love Lucy thing. Mm-hmm. I Love Lucy was around when I was a kid. I mean, reruns, but my mom watched it all the time. So I got it. And I got, there was things I thought were kind of funny. Then the second one came and it was kind of supposed to be like an I Dream of Jeannie, right? Like it was supposed to.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah. And then I got it and it was funny, but then again, I'm like, geez, this is boring. Like I've seen these type of shows growing up since I was a little kid. Then the third one came, and at first I was hooked. So I'm like, oh, this is the Brady Bunch.
Yeah. It looks like the same same
yeah.
house, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, this is what I grew up with. Cool. And then I found myself like really, I almost turned it off. And then finally, I'm glad I didn't because at the end, I'm like, okay, they mentioned Ultron and all that, and I go, okay, I can see where they're going. But I'll be honest with you, if I have to sit through another 2 more episodes before it picks up like that, I'm not making it through. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
Nesta, what do you think?
I don't know, man. Like it's hard for me because I'm used to movies. This is a show. It's a slow burn. You got it. I don't know how many episodes we're getting. I think it's like 6 or 7, maybe 8.
Yeah.
But I'm just being patient, man. Like I think they're like trapped in some kind of like I don't know. They're trapped somewhere, and they're programming their brains or something to I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I was just patient with it made me laugh because Paul Bettany and Olsen, they have chemistry together. They really do, man. And they're and I don't know. Paul Bettany just makes me laugh because he's like the goofy homie man.
No, they're great.
You know.
Yeah, they're
but I know
great.
what you're saying. Like it's like what's going on, man. Like get to the point. But it's a slow burn. We gotta take our time. But when she was like her brother in episode 3, and she was like, wasn't he killed by Ultron? And I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And then she threw her out of the barrier, dude. And then he's like, where did she go? She's like, I don't know. She just took off somewhere,
So clearly, WandaVision, and me and my brother discussed this right after that episode. In the comics, Wanda basically takes control over reality with her powers. Now, that's never been necessarily stated in this current Marvel Cinematic Universe that she can do that, but it's clear in the comics that she can do that. So, obviously, she's taken control of this town and trapped these people, because you see in the 3rd episode where they're trying to say, like, we're trapped, but they can't say it.
Yeah, homeboy's like taking that bush cutter into the bricks, and he's like, hey, how's it going? Oh, everything's just fine. And
freaking
he's like,
weird.
Yeah.
And you know what's so terrible though? I think what they're making fun of is he's like the token black guy in the you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Kind of like
right.
on Not Another Teen Movie where there's that one black guy who's like, that's whack, and trying to be but
like, oh snap!
do you think they're kind of trapped into something kind of like remember on X-Men 3 X-Men 2 X-Men United where
like Cerebro?
Stryker's son is trapping Professor X in like an alternate reality and making him think stuff's going on.
All I know is I keep seeing that symbol with a sword, and that's like
that's a Jedi type. It's
No,
like
that's
the Jedi
a-
outcast. That was like the
it's-
Jedi outcast.
The sword is like
The new shield.
It's shield, but in space.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's space.
Yeah, because like I think it's either the end of Captain Marvel, where they show I think it was the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, but
Yeah.
they show Talos, or no, they show Nick Fury in some spaceship, and they're building a spaceship, and that's the headquarters for Shield. So I don't know what's going on, but like I said, I want to give him a couple more episodes, but I'm trusting in Kevin Feige, man. Marvel's been out of commission for over a year, dude. This show has to hit.
Definitely.
It is going to hit. They said the last 2 episodes is like an MCU movie. I'm just going to take my time and let them tell their story.
We'll see.
If you've looked at the budget for this thing, apparently this single show has skyrocketed past every other show it cost. It's now the most expensive show ever. It's past Game of freaking Thrones.
Wow.
And Game of Thrones does not...
It's expensive.
Man, all those battle scenes, Battle of the Bastards, all those...
See, it shows that you can throw all the money you want, but it still doesn't mean it's going
Well,
to be good.
we don't know what it's leading up to, because there's 9 episodes.
There's no way it's going to be better than Mandalorian or Cobra Kai. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying it's
I
going to
don't
be
know, man.
Mandalorian, but we don't know yet.
I think the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to be amazing. I think that's going to be like Captain
Nobody wants to see Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I want to see it, dude. Are you crazy?
I love Falcon.
I'd
wanna
rather
see
see
it.
Loki. I'm waiting. I'm looking forward to
I
Loki.
want to see all
Loki.
of them. I want to see. Yeah, I mean, 'cause they're all.
I'll be honest with you. I'm marveled out, so
Yeah.
I can care less. I bring on the Star Wars ones. I want to see the Acolyte. We'll get into that later on, but that's okay.
So what do you think? What do you think, JB? Like the first 3 episodes?
The first 2 episodes, I can understand why people don't like them. The reason I'm into all those episodes because I grew up with like Leave It to Beaver. I grew up with that kind of media, so that kind of brings me back to my childhood. Like, oh look, simpler time when we're not in this current dark age. But I think we were kind of given the short straw because in test screenings people were given like the first 3 episodes, and we start with the first 2 episodes, and there's been a lot of mixed reactions. You'd say most likely from Tim, your point of view, from people who are like, I don't know about this. Like, it's too much that kind of style and nothing related to the plot. But they got to see like the first 3 episodes, and the 3rd episode is really where things start to cue in. Like, oh, you're really starting to understand. Like, oh no, Wanda has these guys captured, and there's these facilities surrounding her, and we don't really know what's going on. But we definitely allude to something big that's going to be happening in the last episodes. And you said, Ernesto, the last 2 episodes are going to be like a Marvel movie.
That's what the reports are saying. Like the people on the inside who already seen the season, they said this is supposed to be like a big shebang, dude.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, like he said, he's seen a lot of Marvel, but Marvel has been off for a long time. Like we should have already got Black Widow, Eternals, WandaVision, and Captain Winter Soldier already, but we're just not getting this. So I'm gonna roll with it, dog.
On Black Panther 2, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
Papa Doc.
Papa Doc.
So next subject. You want to go on to the
All right,
next one?
next subject. Not really something that we can get too specific about because we don't really know much, but Oscar predictions. There's something I want to talk about with that, but Oscar predictions for this year. Let's do a Sonic movie for Best Picture.
I haven't seen that.
He said that with a straight. You said that
good.
with a straight face too.
It's actually really good. It's not the best movie in the world, but it's actually really, really good video game movie.
Let me go.
My daughter loves Sonic, by the way. She plays that
really?
all the time. Oh, yeah, she's a big gamer, and she loves Sonic. I don't know if she's seen the movie, though. I haven't seen it, but I don't know. I didn't watch much movies this year, to be honest with you, in the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I don't know. It's definitely not Wonder Woman 84.
Well, Patty Jenkins actually submitted that to the Academy for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Score, Best Cinematography, all the categories.
How's the original score? The same score from the last two movies?
I have no. Well, the opening score for Hans
Zack
Zimmer was
Snyder
actually pretty
score.
good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Hans Zimmer did the open. Well, he did the whole score.
Have
for
you
this
seen
one.
these movies that are up for the Oscars?
I've seen Soul, and that's pretty much it.
I've seen Soul, and that's pretty much it. But there's two I've been reading about online that I really want to watch, and that's A Night in Miami, where it's got Cassius Clay, Sam Cooke, Malcolm X, and
Yeah.
and who's the last? And Jim Brown, all in a little room together, hanging out. And the other one
Was
is
it Muhammad? Was it Muhammad?
Muhammad. That's his name before he got.
Are they supposed to be like in
sorry.
jail?
I don't
Like
know.
when
No,
they're-
no. It's like after his first like heavyweight like win when he was like 18, and they're getting because they're all friends and they're getting together like celebrating together. They have like a night where they just talk. It's supposed to
That
be
would
really
be pretty
good.
cool.
And the other one is Miori, is the Stephen Yeun from The Walking Dead, who played Glenn.
Yeah.
He plays a Korean father who has a Korean family and moved like to Kentucky or something. And
Okay.
he's trying to start like a farm.
Glenn dies.
I know, man.
I'm just kidding. I don't watch Walking Dead.
But I love
Why do you
I
do
love
this?
Stephen Yeun, man. He was one of the hearts of The Walking Dead, dude.
Okay.
And when he got killed, they lost a lot. They lost a lot when he
Mm-hmm.
left. But it was in the story. But I like to support him, and I want to see his movie because they said he could be
Mm-hmm.
the first Asian actor to be nominated for Best Actor. And if
Nifty.
they're saying that, it's got to be a good role, and I want to see
Mm-hmm.
it. You know.
I haven't seen much, so
Yeah.
so I don't know. I've been just mostly streaming shows and stuff, so I really can't. But
There is that one movie directed by Paul Greengrass with Tom Hanks in it, News of the World. Not bad, but definitely not Oscar worthy. But that being said, there's not a lot of picks this year for Oscar movies.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's good.
You saw it? Was
It's serviceable.
Did Mr. Rogers come out last year?
Yeah, it
think
came out
so.
last year. It was nominated last year.
I haven't seen it, but was that good?
That was really good. Tom Hanks really disappeared in that role. You really kind of didn't picture him as Tom Hanks halfway through the movie. Like, no, that's Mr. Rogers.
Is it like a True Grit, like where he's like killing people at the end, or I mean, is there like some action in it, or is it no?
It's Mr. Rogers, my dude.
I'm talking about the movie,
Okay.
the Western.
No,
the-
I
the-
interrupted.
The
so,
News to the World.
Oh no, not really. It's really a slow burn,
Really?
and it's not a bad slow burn. It's like a True Grit slow burn where it takes its time with the characters. It's just not that kind of level. It's just kind of an okay movie.
Okay, because I was kind of looking forward to seeing Tom Hanks do a freaking Western finally, man, where he gets in there.
I mean,
He
there's a
might do one
gunfight.
now. He might do one now because you know
There's a gunfight, and it's good, but it's just nothing great.
I love Tom Hanks, man. He's
He's a national treasure.
yeah. I kind of stuck on to have the Apple Watch because I wanted to see that Greyhound movie, the sub movie. That really looked really bad. Looked really,
Oh, which one was that?
the one that came out this year.
Oh, didn't he like write that movie or something?
I don't know, but it looked pretty sick though, man.
It did. Did you see that one, Tim?
No,
Okay.
no,
Nope.
I haven't watched, like I said, a lot of movies.
I've been watching a lot of reruns.
Yeah,
Oh, but I'm sorry to reiterate on the WandaVision. I hope either episode 4 or 5 is like Married with Children. I think that'd be so cool to see. Like, to see,
that
like,
I would love.
to see like Vision play the Al and what you call it play Peggy, and the two kids are like
would be
Bud
great.
and Kelly.
Well, if you read the really, really
That'd
messed
be
up dark
awesome.
undertones of WandaVision, everything is kind of in her imagination because it's an alternate reality. So when she snaps out of it, is she just kind of playing with like a Vision dead body?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Oh, can you imagine that?
Oh, it's
That'd
so
be
messed
crazy,
up.
wouldn't it?
Did you know? Do you know the original cutscene for what was it called?
What?
End credit scene for Endgame.
Well, I
It
probably
was
did actually
Wanda taking Vision's dead body.
remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
dark
not
is
kidding.
it? And they're saying that the bad guy might be Mephisto, which is basically the devil in the Marvel universe.
But maybe she's really flipped out because her brother died, and then now her love of her life, and
Yeah.
she's just lost a sense of reality. So maybe
Definitely.
it's just that, and then things are triggering about.
When we pick her up, she's like, because time is different for her. We saw Infinity War and Endgame, and that's been like a long process. But for her, the last thing she saw was she kills the person she loves, and then he was resurrected and killed again, and then
Oh,
she was
wow,
dusted.
That's right. That's right.
And then she was dusted, and then she fought Thanos.
I'll tell you what I want. I want the next episode to be Full House, and then her sisters are there.
No, they
Mary
gotta go,
Kate and Olsen are there.
They gotta go because it's 50s.
That'd be a great idea.
It's 50s, 60s. They did 70s. Now it's 80s. So I
Yeah.
wonder what 80s.
Full House, man.
Is that 80s? Is that that'll be
I believe
90s.
so,
It's
but yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then you can do the Cosby Show, and then you can do
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell, and then Full House,
trying to
and then
think of,
bring her sisters in there.
I'm trying to think of an 80s show that would be cool, man. I don't know.
Dude,
Different Strokes.
Was
Different
Friends
Strokes?
80s?
Yeah.
Was Friends 80s?
No, Friends is 90s. Man.
hey, she should
man,
she
okay.
should be in Different Strokes, and then she'd be like, "What you talking about, Vision?"
No, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. I didn't mean Different Strokes. I mean like Silver Spoons or something. I don't know.
They're riding on the train together.
I don't know. But I know 90s is definitely I want to see Married with Children, man, because
Definitely.
that's my shit,
Yeah.
man. Next subject, sorry.
All right, so Tim, this is your subject specifically. Let's talk about some Mortal freaking Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for years, and they've been saying that they were going to come out and that it's in works, and then something happens and it doesn't happen. And because I'll say this, I don't care what anyone says, the original Mortal Kombat movie with Robin Shue, I'm talking about part 1, is one of my guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
I will watch that movie over and over again. And I'll even watch part 2, Annihilation, just because it's so horrible, but it's fun to watch. It's like a traffic, accident. Like you're not supposed to stop and slow and look at it, but you do anyway. I still watch it because it's just horrible. But part 1 is just great. And then this one, it's going to be rated R. I'm not sure. I don't like gore and stuff. That's just me. I'm real squirmy. But supposedly they're pulling all kinds of fatalities in this, blood, gore. But if they can bring in, the only thing I'll say is there's no mention on IMDb or anything that Johnny Cage is in this, and so I'm a little bit kind of worried or upset about that.
Ernesto, did you grow up with the old-fashioned arcade video games and all that stuff in Mortal Kombat?
Oh,
Of course.
Dude, of course, man. That's when growing up, man. Like it was Street Fighter and it was Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Dude. There were lines at both games, and Tekken and Killer Instinct, but
Tekken,
but definitely Mortal Kombat, man. Like you step up. You pay your quarter. If you win, you stay. If you lose, you go. But I grew up with the death moves, and it was a different style of animation too. Like it was like stop motion kind of because it was a human being recorded and then played back as a video game. It was crazy, but yeah, like I'm excited to see this movie, man. Like he said, the first one for me was a very guilty pleasure. I still jam the soundtrack once in a while.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man. But like the second one, Annihilation, it just went crazy, man.
Too bad you will die.
Yeah, because they replaced Raiden, they replaced Sonya, Johnny Cage, and it's just terrible. It's just terrible, but it's just so. But it's fun to still watch though because,
I know my animality.
Don't get cocky. This time there are no rules.
But I want to see him take it. Like I want to see the R rated in this. I want to see because we were talking earlier. Like when they made the Mortal Kombat 1, it was a mesh of part 1 and part 2, and when they made Mortal Kombat Annihilation, it was a mesh of 1, 2, and 3. We're at Mortal Kombat 11 on games, man. Like it's to a whole nother universe, a whole nother like realms and stuff. I want to see how it's gonna.
What's funny is Mortal Kombat so good, the video games, that I don't actually play them because I don't have a console.
Right.
But I'll go on YouTube and people put the cut scenes together like a big movie, and I'll just sit there and watch the big cut scenes because it's like watching a movie.
I'm surprised Tobias and Boone just didn't direct this themselves because, if you watch the cinematic cut scenes, they're really good, man. Yeah. Like I don't know, man.
Okay, favorite character of Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna go Raiden.
I don't have one. I don't really know anything about Mortal Kombat.
I'm sorry, bro. It's got to be Scorpion for me, dog. I'm so sick because they got homeboy. Oh, I forgot his name, but he was the guy from the Next Samurai. I mean, the Last Samurai who trains Tom Cruise to fight.
Oh,
That's
he
who
was
they're getting
him?
to play
He's
him?
playing Scorpion, dog.
Oh my
and
goodness!
he's been in everything.
Oh well,
That is
I don't know
my
about the new
guy.
film. I'm just saying that overall.
No,
Oh, okay, overall.
No, he's playing him in the new film, and
I
I
love that guy.
Dude, he's sick, bro. He's a really good actor, man.
I just have a thing for lightning. Being a big Star Wars fan, I got a thing for Force lightning, so it reminds me of that. So I like anyone that can shoot out lightning.
Yeah.
And
His name is Hiroyoki. I'm gonna mess this up, man. Hiroyoki Sanada, and he is a sick actor, bro. I seen him in Sunshine. He was in
he was in Sunshine.
He was in Avengers Endgame. I mean, he was in the original Ring that was in China. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been around.
pop quiz. Let's see if you guys know what 80s movie did they get the concept for Raiden from?
Oh, that's easy, man. That would be Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes, sir.
By Stan Will. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the primary motivation for making that Mortal
It
Kombat?
was that and Enter the Dragon. It was the
Oh,
other
yeah, I
one.
forgot
There was
about
the
that.
two
Oh
main-
yeah, well there's different
yeah.
levels. Yeah, maybe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the last one.
But yeah, that's another guilty pleasure was Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Because Shang Tsung looks just like that guy. If you watch the movie, it's like, yeah,
And John Carpenter's movies are always great.
that one was ahead of its time. That movie flopped, but it was
Most
way
of
ahead
his
its
movies
time.
flopped. The Thing flopped.
It's crazy though, right? Because they're so good.
But Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter just changed video games.
Yeah, they did.
They really did. Atari changed, Nintendo changed it, and then when those two came out, as far as
Because it wasn't two people playing against a computer. It was the person versus the person.
Yeah.
And that's what changed it, dude. Yeah.
and it was so controversial the fatalities, even though they're like so tame right now, but back then like parents were screaming over it.
Yeah, my Super Nintendo version had the G-rated death moves.
Oh,
Yeah, you
that's
could put the
unfortunate. All right, and that's a wrap for the first episode of the Zillo Boyz Podcast. We will be on YouTube and Spotify every Monday at 8 a.m. Check us out, subscribe, download our podcast on Spotify, and yeah,
Hit that like button.
hit the like button,
Yes,
please. We need the attention.
And on that note, roll the credits.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.